Hello everybody, myself Raman Dua from SaveMax. I would like to welcome you all in our new podcast show, which we are starting from today, where we are going to bring a lot of news, views, and discussions about real estate. So today, we have a special guest with whom we are going to talk about how to get the real estate license. So, Ishan, I would like to welcome you on Real Talk with Raman. How are you today?
Thank you so much, Raman. I am doing very well. Thank you so much for having me on this platform and on the debut episode of your show.
That's great, Ishan. So, Ishan, I just want to ask you, before coming into real estate, what did you do before?
Well, good question. I know we've known each other for a long time, but I'm going to introduce myself again. I was a graduate from International Business Administration at the University of Rotterdam, Erasmus University. After that, I moved to Canada after working in business development for a few years. And I came to Canada and we sit down to meet each other. And you tell me that if you don't get into real estate now, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. Those words have lived by me for a long time, and that's something I'll be telling next generations as well.
That's great. So I think that discussion was very important for you to decide to come to the real estate career.
Oh, yes, 100%.
That's excellent. So Ishan, when you started doing real estate course, did you like real estate right away?
The course itself, I'm going to say it was a mountain. It was a lot of content. The first course was, it was so much. It's reading after reading after reading. So it took a while to get back into the zone after staying out of studying for so long.
Right.
But once you get into it, it is honestly so interesting. Mm-hmm. So much information all the way from talking about the fundamentals of how to go about as a real estate agent to the nitty-gritties of the construction potential of a house, all the things which go into making a house, how to go about a home inspection. So started off as a mountain, but came out to be very easy and very interesting.
That's great. Ishan, many of our viewers, they are interested to know about how the process works these days. I'll share how the process used to work when I did my real estate,
yes.
But how the process works these days?
Well, it's very straightforward. You have the website which allows you to get all the information required. Mm-hmm. But if I have to break it down, you need to have a high school degree. That's the basic qualification requirement. Nothing more, nothing less. Mm-hmm. If you don't have that by any chance, you can do one test where they check your math and English proficiency. And let's say you're an immigrant from another country, you've done your schooling there, then you get something called a WES, which every immigrant knows, but that is a good equivalent. If you have that, you are good to go.
So you need a high school degree, or you need to go for a proficiency test for maths or English?
Yes.
Or math and English both?
Math and English both.
Okay. And if somebody has not done high school from Canada, then in that case, they can get their education evaluated by WES?
Yes.
What is WES?
WES is a platform for anyone who wants to come to Canada, let's say any immigrant like you and me. When we apply, they want to see our qualification standards, how it matches compared to the Canadian education system. So WES is basically a platform which unifies all the degrees, all the diplomas from throughout the world and match it along with the Canadian qualification requirements.
Perfect.
So Raman, how was your experience while doing the real estate course and what was the process at that time?
Ishan, it was very different. I still remember like in 2006, I started doing my real estate course and we just have to go through like only 3 courses. And after 3 courses, you're good to go. Of course, at that time, the basic education requirement was there, and that's it. So after doing those 3 courses, you can register yourself with the brokerage and you're good to go to do the business.
Wow.
And then you have to do the articling courses at that time. So in 2 years, you have to do another 3 courses.
Yes, so the articling remains similar for ours, but we have 5 courses and 2 simulations.
That's right, yeah. So Ishan, very important question. What are the challenges to a new real estate agent? You have gone through that.
Yeah, you struck a chord. The challenges, I would say, are very easy in essence. Lead generation and business. Very simple answer, but that's where the entire business goes. Those are initial challenges, but once you overcome them, you're good to go.
That's right. But Ishan, I want to add a point here.
Sure.
I know a lot many agents talk about lead generation and conversion to the business, but I think training and learning the business is very, very important. I have seen majority of the people miss that aspect of the real estate industry.
I completely agree with you. Even people from my own course, they're like, okay, I want to make my first commission check, and they just jump into a pool of sharks, which are such successful real estate agents, and they don't know how to go about it because it entails a lot of negotiation, protecting your clients both legally and financially. But yeah, when you go after those commission checks and business after business after business, you skip the nitty-gritties.
That's right.
I just want to ask you, you got into real estate, let's say a little over 10 years ago. What chord struck? Because I know that you did almost 95 transactions in your first year of real estate. You're the instant success that people go after. You're the shark of the real estate pool. What made you get to that level?
Ishan, I think to get the instant success, sometimes it's a matter of flick. And that's what I feel happened to me. I did first year almost like 50 transactions, and then second year it was almost like 95 transactions. I think connecting to the client is very, very important. And of course, educating yourself about the industry, about the day-to-day process is another good asset which you can have to become successful in real estate industry. But instant success, I would warn people for that, right? Don't expect, but if you get it, it's a bonus.
Okay, that's amazing. When you talk about it clicked with you, yes, of course. But I'm sure that you went through a lot of learning even during that time of instant success or that luck clicking, because you went from 50 to 95 within 1 year. Yeah. Luck is 1 or 2 transactions. You kept going and look at where you've come today. So what were your learnings through this entire initial stage?
Ishan, if I talk about learning, I personally feel I just know 1% real estate. 99% that still need to be learned. So learning is an ongoing process in this industry. Unfortunately, people miss that part. They stop learning when they become successful. Whereas I feel you can enhance your success if you keep learning the process, if you keep learning the business. Every day, technology is changing. Every day, rules and regulations are changing. And especially when we are expanding our business to other provinces and other countries, I have to learn about those things. So learning, I feel, is an ongoing process in this industry.
That's a beautiful answer. So when you started your real estate career to where you are now, did you have something different in mind, a different picture in your head when you just started off your real estate career to where you are now? Was there anything different from what you expected?
I think everything happened different than what I expected. The first thing, we never thought we are going to build up such a big brand. At that time, the aspirations were very small. We wanted to do like 50 or 100 transactions. But yes, I never thought that we are going to go towards a journey where we will be inching ourselves towards a worldwide recognition. So right now, what we are doing is absolutely much more than what I expected. Building up such a strong team, 41 franchises, more than $6 billion real estate business, 10,000 transactions, and we are expanding ourselves into other countries. That was not part of my expectations at all. So, but whatever happens, happened for the good.
So expectation and where you ended up. That's beautiful. Lovely to know.
So Ishan, you have started your real estate career. There are a lot many youngsters who look towards you as a role model. What do you think are the qualities needed to become a great real estate agent?
So there can be a lot of qualities. There's no one perfect equation, not like math, which makes you successful. But yes, there are some basic foundations which you need. You need to have the drive. It's a 14-hour, 24-hour, it's a continuous job. You need to be driven. You need to be motivated all the time. And like you said, you really need to connect with the people. If you cannot understand them, if you don't have that emotional intelligence, your chances of success are going to be limited.
That's great. Now, what would you like to advise to new agents?
My advice would be, take things slow, understand the business, understand what is going on around you, the legal paperwork, how to go about things, how to negotiate. Because if you jump into it, you might get success, you might not. But sustainable growth is the only growth that matters.
So friends, isn't it an amazing advice from Ishan that you have to plan your success? That is very, very important. And I think this is most of the people they miss in the real estate industry. So make sure, learn, plan, and succeed.
We were talking about how SaveMax became such a huge success and it's continuing to grow. What made you take this line? You were a real estate agent, and most people spend their entire career as a real estate agent. They don't even take the step forward towards a broker. So what made you go separate from the rest of the real estate agents and build such a big brand?
This question is very close to my heart, Ishan. I'll tell you why. When I entered into real estate industry, what I realized that majority of the people, first of all, the flat model in the industry was bothering me a lot. There were only two options. Either you become an agent or you open up a brokerage. The brokerage business was kept for the elite class, was kept for those who have lots of money. And majority of the time, I have seen people, they are real estate agent today and they are real estate agent after 20 years. So what is the progress? Nothing. So I wanted to break that barrier of the industry, and I decided I'm going to bring entrepreneurship to the masses in this industry. But from where to start? So I had to start from myself. So I made sure whatever I was doing, I replaced myself after every 2 years. And then bring somebody on my place so that I can move on to the next level. So I kept moving next to next level. So I started as an agent. Then the next target was to build up a team. When I was successfully building up the team, what was the next target? Then create more leaders. So I started building up teams under the teams, right? In the brokerage. Then when we reached on to a level where we built up 25 teams within SaveMax, then the next target was how we can spread our success to others. So we started building up the franchise network. And now, look at it, where we are leading. We are going to rule the world in the real estate industry.
We're moving towards world dominance.
Yes.
Amazing. So, Mr. Raman, after all these years in the business, after building such a big brand name for yourself and so much knowledge acquired, what are the few words you would tell the younger self?
Ishan, though I have no regret of what I have done, and I think it was an amazing journey. I always believed in something. Be contented, but be hungry. Yes, one thing I would like to tell to my younger self, and that is read more books.
That's something I tell my younger self as well. So after this journey again, anything that you see with so many agents under you, with so many teams that you've founded and guided towards success, what are the few common mistakes that agents make maybe starting off their career?
I think one of the biggest common mistake which I have seen people is they are in a rush to do the deals. They don't learn business, but they want to do the deals. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. If you don't know business, you won't be able to do the deals. Foundation should be very strong. Initial first 3 to 6 months, focus on learning the business. Focus on how you can nurture the market for yourself. Trust me, you have whole life to do the deals. But unfortunately, if you build the wrong foundation of learning, you won't be able to rectify yourself because that will become an habit. So this is the common mistake I have seen in many new agents. The second thing is, they don't take this as their first priority career. People choose this as a second priority. Okay, if I want to do this job, I want to do that job. If I'm not successful, I will do real estate. Without understanding, this is much better than doing any job, and I think you are a good example for that.
100%.
I still remember you wanted to go and do a job, and I think I pushed you a little bit and we had a good conversation, and here you are.
And like I said, I will remember that conversation for the rest of my life.
Yes.
So, you got me under your purview the moment I got my license. You guided me very well, but I'm not going to take the words out of your mouth. What advice would you give to new agents of how they should start off their career?
Ishan, I personally feel you should start your career before even getting the license. I brought many people into the real estate industry before even they had the license. I made sure they are part of the office, they are learning real estate. So technically, they were understanding the practicality of the field before even having the license in their pocket. And that really helped them to fast track their success. But if I have to tell new agents what they should do after getting the license, the first thing is make sure choose the right platform for you. Choose the platform where you can learn business. Don't rush after just clicking the deal. It is very, very important aspect.
A very good answer. And just to mention, live example, I was the one who started in the marketing department actually at SaveMax in 6 months before I got my license. And it put me on a pedestal. I have to agree with you.
Yes.
I myself know that I have so much support going on at the back end, even when I was doing marketing or even when I started off as an agent. What are the kind of resources which you think a new agent should capitalize on to get that SaveMax system under their purview and start shooting forward like a rocket?
Yeah. So I think where we make a difference in an agent's success, the kind of support structure we have built up. The first thing first, when a new agent comes, what they look for? They look for a wonderful training. So we have full-time trainer at our office, and you will be going through a rigorous training for first 3 weeks, which is a full-time training. And not only that, there is an ongoing training happening at our office. Now, second and most important thing of the real estate industry, how to market yourself. So we have our in-house marketing department so that you can be groomed very well to be introduced into the market. Now comes the third aspect. Let's say you're very well trained, you're doing wonderful marketing, and you start getting leads and you start getting business. How to close that business? That needs an hand-holding, especially for first 6 months. So we have an amazing 3-tier support structure where you will have a team leader to take care of your business on day-to-day basis. Then you have a mentor, and on top of it you have me. So there are 3 levels of support system which definitely going to work well for you. So if you have all these things on your side, I don't see any reason why somebody would be not successful in the industry. And that is why I proudly say we have the most productive agents all across the country. Second important thing, our agents are doing on an average 20 to 25 transactions in a year. Which is really, we are putting up new benchmarks for the industry.
I completely agree with you. 20 to 25 transactions is more than 60% of the business, 70% I would say.
That's right.
More business than 70% of the agents do,
Yes.
what I said.
So Ishan, let me ask you, how was your experience on the first sale when you made it?
Wow, this is a story which it's already in my head. It's very close to my heart because I'm going to be telling this like to my children, to my grandchildren, everyone. My first sale actually came in within the first month of being in the business, which, like everyone else I did the course with, it was unexpected. I blew them miles apart. I got my first listing, it was in Brampton. I had my mentor as well as team leader, Abhishek, as well as Sachin, who really guided me through. It was a detached home. I got the listing with the help of Sachin sir, and he guided me through and through, from the negotiation, from how to stage it, to the marketing, how to pitch it to the right people, how to talk to them about it. And within a week, we sold this house $187,000 over asking.
Oh, that's great.
And the face, my seller's faces at that time is something I'm gonna remember for the rest of my life. It was beautiful.
So, you know what? First love and first listing, you never forget.
Exactly.
Am I right?
Yes, very true.
Now, let me ask you, Ishan, what are you looking forward in your career right now?
So I'm going to be very honest. I'm following the lines of you. I want to be someone who is successful in the real estate business, yes, but also someone who influences people towards success. Because as you rightfully say, that the best success in the world is helping others and making them successful.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm really looking forward to, especially with the team model that you present at SaveMax, the game changer model as well. It really gives you a platform to not only be successful, but keep getting guidance from above and keep distributing guidance to below.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of goal I have in the next 5 years. I want to see myself as a mentor level, really helping new joinees like me get successful into the business.
That's great. So Ishan, when somebody gets their real estate license, the biggest question is in their mind, what should I look in a brokerage before joining them? So what did you look for when you joined SaveMax?
So I did my due diligence 1 month before I finished my course. I started looking at what other brokerages have to offer and what are the key things to look at in a brokerage while joining. And the few things which got to me and what made me join SaveMax is, number one, the 3-tier model, like you said. I need that mentorship. Being an individual in a sea of sharks is not that great, but when you have those sharks which are guiding the little fish at the back, that mentorship system, it's a game changer. It is so nice. So that was the first tick mark, which is I get to learn as much as I can at this brokerage. Secondly, marketing, how to market myself, how to pitch myself to people, how to use Facebook efficiently, how to do all these things. So the marketing aspect with the flyers, with all the promotions, staging done for you, all that really helped me.
That's great. So Ishan, what was the biggest takeaway after you finished your course?
The biggest takeaway is no matter what you do, no matter how you go about your business, you always have to protect your client's interest and always have to get the best for them.
That's right. And that's such a valuable advice. And I always tell all the brand new realtors, guys, do every single deal as you are doing it for yourself.
Precisely.
And believe me, there's very minimal chances you will be making any mistake. Now, Ishan, in real estate industry, there are 60,000 agents working in GTA and almost like little over 100,000 agents working all across the country. How you set yourself apart from that big crowd of agents?
That's a very, very good question. Something which is in development. It's in my mind how I can do things differently. But I can share a few of the thoughts that I have had. One thing, 24/7 availability. I want for my clients, even if they call me up at 2 in the morning. Not a lot of agents are willing to go the extra mile for their clients. Even when they get into the business, their mentality is of that 9 to 5, that okay, it's let's say 6 p.m., 7 p.m. I'm with my family. Clients are not with me anymore. They've forgotten. So that's one of the things. I want to be available for my clients 24/7, 365, so that they have that peace of mind when going into $1 million transactions.
Right.
Another thing is I really want to connect with the people at a ground level. They are clients, yes, but at the end of the day, they're people who come into you for help. You have to understand that, you have to respect that, and you have to encourage that. If you look at them as a transaction, as a number figure, yes, you may get the deal done, but you will never make that connect and you will lose any referral business which could be coming from them. So I feel like if you focus on these kind of 2 or 3 things, you set yourself apart from at least 80% of the industry and how they're going about the real estate business.
That's great. Thank you very much, Ishan, for joining us for today's informative session. So friends, I'm pretty sure you might have got some good insight about how to get your real estate license. Stay connected with us and we will keep sharing more and more information about how to become successful in real estate through our podcast. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as press the bell icon if you like this video. Share it with others as well. Thank you very much.